Once I've got a dog comfortable with the surfaces moving underneath, I will start in a young class, the teeter bang. When I start it now, because of having to deal with a lot of dogs that are not so comfortable, especially novice people, young dogs, first-time agility dogs, I'll actually start, you're not going anywhere, I'll actually start here, where I just want the dog to, you come this side, it's better. No, come that way, that's it. Just put its feet up, come here, put its feet up on, and then I'm quite happy to toss a cookie and let the dog bring its back feet on and go that way. So some of it's offered, and then some of it's reinforced by I just throw the food. So the dog, when it's back feet, because one of the hardest things to do is to get these dogs to actually leave terra firma. You know, they'll be a good tripod. They'll keep one foot here, and they'll have 3 there. But they don't want to do this. Or they certainly don't want to do this until they have done this first, and then they go, okay, I can get on now. That's not the idea of this. The idea, you watch me fall over again. The idea of this is to get on and be off the ground so it gets pushed down. So I'll work on getting the dogs to just climb over, get off. One of the other important things I think with contact equipment especially is the dogs have the ability to bail. They need to know they can get off. And I think some of the times we get so panicked about, oh my God, they can't leave. Well, they can leave. They can get off if they're in trouble, they can just go. So I've been doing a lot more of just starting here, getting the dog to put front feet on. And so often with dogs, you get them to touch it, and then they back off. Right? And if you're not careful, you're going to train that as a behavior. I hit it, I back off. I hit it, I back off. She's like, give me a cookie. So if that happens, I'll then, and they back off, put my foot on there, and then just feed them, if I can, close to. They might not get back on, but I might just have, that might be as close as I can get them. It's just close. This will move fractionally, but hopefully if you've done some wobble board work and the dog's not freaking out over it, this goes fairly quick. And then once I can get the dog, come here. Once I can get the dog to be comfortable on, I then stop throwing the food this way, and once I get the front feet on, come here, front feet on, I just simply turn in, and the dog pops itself on up, and then I'll help it there. If I know I'm going to have a dog that's going to end up doing 4 on, they'll get fed right there, close to the end of the board. I don't mind if they come off front feet. If I know I'm going to do a 2 on 2 off, they come off, and they get fed there. So I get behavior from the dog, which is fed, and I lure the last piece. Because I haven't really taught a position. The dog can't be expected to suddenly put itself in this 2 on 2 off position. I haven't taught that yet. I just want to sort of introduce it. But the voluntarily getting on, okay, hop up, is from the dog, which will get fed. This position here, I try not to do, says I, who've done it for the last 3 minutes. I try and get people to go sideways so they're parallel, they're not presenting their fronts to the dog, and get them down there. I also try not to have people do this, because now I'm establishing this as part of that behavior, and I don't want that. Helps people, get up, helps people learn to extend their reach and keep their legs out of it. Ultimately, I want an independent here. I might as well start some good mechanics right off the bat.